好，大家好，今天是第2集了。今天是史莱哲林的史低能尔，背骨仔。你好，继续哦，按任意键。他其实会记我的英文名字，他没有记那个。可以再建一个新的角色每日讯息，很爽怎么会有书在那边飞？设定值是什么？所以它随时都可以在调。哇，它猫过来了，口熊过来了，口熊。对，就是我发现好像，就我的显卡是加伟的，我发现加伟的显卡超猛的，真的是多亏了加伟，我才能怎么样玩这个游戏，先攻上一波。业配加伟，有任何显卡疑难杂症就找加伟。OK。低能儿史，继续。我其实有点怕我的效能炸掉因为我又把直播的讯号的那个效能又提高了。大家好，我是口熊。等一下，怎么湿湿的？你跑去玩那个。开始喽！我忘记对，跑步是这个 ，OK。
Revelio。
可以无限它没有魔力它没有魔力束缚。现用那如果是这个
Lumos，
我的咒语没有声音吗？
阿杰讲咒语。
有啊，我有听到。QQ。它的操作如果是键盘滑鼠的话，其实跟那个 Minecraft 很像。键盘滑鼠比较好用。那我要怎么跳啊？低能儿。不错好，不好意思，我把我自己家打炸掉了。很细它这里会黑黑的。可是我觉得用键盘滑鼠的体验好像比较好一点，因为我去转这个场景会比较快一点。好了，不啰嗦了，直接 go 了。怎么出去啊？
I suppose.
要自我介绍了，你们好，各位丑女丑男，这些家伙丑爆了。
Well, I suppose. No.
Can't imagine starting with this.
Well, I suppose.
我觉得
No. Can I help you?
我觉得这个会玩很久哎。
You're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
觉得应该可怕极了吧，因为，但是身为一个史莱哲林的怪人，一定会觉得很刺激。怎么办？我要当什么人？哦，我发现我的这个挡到字幕了，我把它移到右边好了。怎么办呢？慎选。
他的结局不知道跟选择有关吗？
对啊，我很怕选错哎。
你要当个好人。
好了，我要当好人了，当时可怕极了。可是我都史莱哲
Professor Fig
林
and I
了，
were
可以
lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how
Indeed.
did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
哦。高兴的
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
哎，在学院里面乱发射、乱开火会影响结局。
There's simply too much information if you ask me. Surely it's not all necessary. Next thing you know, they'll be teaching us about Muggle.
我今天跟我同事说，卫理斯教授，然后被他们纠正一波，是卫斯理吧？我根本就没有看电影啊！天哪，完全没有共鸣。
Might want to think that again.
哇，赞！
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
哦，这可以直接这样子。OK， 先不要丢。OK， 对话下，兄弟。
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Checkmate.
Told you. They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you and Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
真希望你当时在场，我是非常谦虚的。
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard Chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Goodbye, Imelda.
Goodbye.
Nice meeting you.
我可能得向一些同学自我介绍，无论这是否有多令人不自在。不会啊，我是个外向人。你好啊，你好，打架。看起来是他人。
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
不喜欢吸引到这么多注意力。
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
多等一下吧。可以瞄准东西。会打到宝会喷装吗？这些东西。
If you try to study in the library, at least you can be assured of peace and quiet. Madam Scribner sees... You could do better than that!
这些东西会喷装吗？我可以换装备吗？我想换装。这样我会去打架了。怎么样？打架吗？打架吗？我这样算做坏事吗？我真是坏学生。史莱哲林啦！你好。Pew pew pew pew。出来，教授出来。我发现要走上去。哎呦，我觉得用滑鼠比较好用，摇杆加滑鼠还不错。
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
哇！ 变出一本书了。
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
好哦，是要实
This
战
way.
练习了吗 ？OK。
The food that appears in the great
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
那这时候， Oh no！ 我可以跟他打架吗？好想打架！
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Protego!
Do keep up.
Revelio.
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
哇哦！ 你好。哎，传统校跑，哇，我没有那个新手礼包，哎，没有那个 VIP 新手礼包，啊，脱掉会怎样？哇！ 我什么都没有哎，我好可怜哦。设定哦，这边可以存档。哎呦
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
哎呦，你好，我到哪都要喷一发，到处喷一发。
You've been practicing.
他说我要练习，当然喽。哎呦，太酷了吧！这是我房间吗？所以才会跑出这个东西。
Ah, good timing.
我要让我拿宝箱
Perfect
啊！
opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
而且地图是，哇！学生和教授居住的地方包括 各学院教育厅和大厅。有其他地方吗？没有。那我一定要移动吗？我等一下，我不要啊 ！Damn， 不能。有宝箱，我拿宝箱。哦。X 快速。哇，我真的快速的过去了。快速真的就过去了，傻眼。
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
不是。
You can get almost
刚刚那
anywhere
个
in the
宝箱
castle quickly from Central Hall.
等一下，你不要逼我。刚刚那个宝箱，打听吧。我看到火米村了，大理石间。哎，刚刚哪一个地方我有点天文？不是啊。哇，这只猫很吵哦，这只猫话很多哎，我天哪！它如果这样叫一整晚上，我哭了我。哎，我没有其他火焰的吗？刚刚没有点火焰。哇，刚刚那个宝箱捡不到了，哭了。就不让我捡，去死吧！
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross Station, so to speak.
是要玩这个。
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
正气师是警察。哦，那贺卡教授会负责处理这方面。
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
啤酒。臭绿毛人妖，不是啊，我打世纪帝国都这样的啊，我打世纪帝国都选绿色，然后一定是中国人，所以这一次一定要一头绿的。
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Oh, 想去哪？我这样会不会那个啊？会不会黑掉啊？这样，你很秋哦，你的动作蛮秋的哦。我看你是挺秋的，对吧？看你是挺秋的嘛。我这样会黑掉吗？我这样玩剧情会黑掉吗？
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
No. 没有吧？他是不是想考验我有没有说谎？但其实我刚刚根本没在看剧情，所以我根本不知道他讲了什么，怎么办？没有说谎是下面这个吗？
没有吧？
我应该什么都没讲吧？我根本就没有看他们对话，完蛋，我不知道怎么选。
Yes, sir, but I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
咒啊！我想要有点攻击的能力啊，不要防御的，我这个不打防御的。
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
玩，没有作业。对啊，超强的，很多呢。哎，我这样很忙呢，呵呵。我现在只有一堂课，我要上5门课。我释放了什么？哎，老师你怎么在这？别走啊！老师，你不是要教我上课吗？不是要教我一些开的方法？哎，教我下。我看我一个，是哦，我卡位哦，神走位。看我一个卡哦，想去哪？哎，不行，我觉得键盘比较好，有空。想去哪？别走啊！老师，不要走啊！老师，教我黑魔法。教哦。给我教啊！好啦，放你走啦，就放你走啦。哎，这个是可以
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
那我可以传送，可以快速传送吗？支线任务，追踪一下好了。哎，不对啊，我刚应该不是来上防御的，算了啦，反正都来了。哦，这个可以选择我的魔法是吗？怒魔斯。
Tego。
我忘 记这要什么按出来了，这个路摩斯。
Revelio. What are you up to now?
好了，那不是啊，我来这里主要是要确定一下我的这个叫什么天文学嘛。我这里之后是可以传送的吧？为什么？那我要怎么踩这个点呢？很奇怪。大厅我可以吗？不能都不能传。那我现在走过的有成功设定吗？我现在这个有被我成功，我要怎么设定？好吧，不理他了，应该是早就设定好了吧。跳一个。啊呀！我不能跳下去吗？
Do you suppose would like a friend to read?
哇！要怎么修好啊
Revelio. Protego. Lumos.
Lumos。我要被玩坏了。
Off on another adventure, are we?
开始任务。
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Oh, 又来了。
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast.
Another dummy deflected your cast. This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As master. Good.
Whoa.
Now, the bait. Well done. Levioso.
Whoa, 可以。可以。
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. This should be easy. Protego. Complicates things. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel. I'm always students with this adept. Protego! Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Yo.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
去死吧！为什么我会一直咻咻咻的？为什么我刚刚一瞬间斗篷有一个光影啊？很厉害的感觉。 那我这里还可以讲些话吗？哎，你好。
Always.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
等级2锁定，哇！那我有什么没有领取的东西吗？收藏，这有个惊叹号。火米村，水怪雕像。 任务，这里有个没有了，这个吗？交错的魔杖是吗？看不太懂支线哦，哇，玩不完了，这游戏玩不完了，支线跑出来，完蛋。 阿维阿萨，完蛋！奖励是什么？已获得是吗？挑战。哦，有手套了。所以我现在可以装手套喽。 真的有黑色皮革手套，哇，好黑呀、喜欢。跑起来，吃薪水。
How nice to see you, my young friend.
不是啊，我按的是这个吧？对啊。哦，可以穿梭，可以穿梭，对，没错，只要有踩到那个点就可以穿梭了，还不错，还不错。可以，太强了吧！哎，杯子呢？杯子不见了。哎，喝完就不能再喝了吗？哎，我口渴啦，再喝一杯啦。谢谢哦。很强哎，这个。
A teacher! You're lucky they don't expel you. If you don't get your act together, I shall fly straight to Hogwarts and snap your wand in half myself!
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
走错路。其实我觉得我电脑有点不行了。哎呦，他在打呼噜叫屁叫！他会打呼噜，天哪！他呼噜跟马鲁一样。我觉得这应该用客厅的电视玩很赞
handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
这个有点太过分了哦。太好了，不能开宝箱，所以我找到了也没用。哎，怎么会有锁定等级的宝箱啊？讨厌呢。为什么会有个人在那边飘来飘去的？这里是不是有个人？出来哦！我在这边有看到一个人啊。哦。
Revelio.
看错了吗？
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
I'm not fully sure if Ronan's teaching us a spell or having a...
任务开始喽。
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
太坏了吧！
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio! That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
我觉得它的攻击系统应该会很复杂，有点难理解，记不太起来。
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
这个声音也太不友善了吧。
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think splendid! Stay focused. That's it!
哦，所以我要拿50分就对了。
Very good!
有一颗掉出来。
Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
我要怎么按？
Let us see this.
哎，我要怎么打？我还没换我吗？哎，阻挡你！你在秋什么秋？哇哦，我觉得没什么。
I think I will start going easy on you now.
简单啦，哎
，Splendid！
哎，很逼啦，歪了啦。
That is how it's done.
轮到低能儿了。哎
，Not to worry.
Here we go.
赢可恶，我要输了。哎，他很强哎，我输定了啦。
There we go.
对啊，输惨了。
Quite impressive.
哎，再一次啦，不管啦，不服输啦。身为史莱哲林的。
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
现在这是什么
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
OK.
Let us see this.
干扰一下。哇塞！
Yes.
低能儿来了哦。 哎，怎么没有撞到他
？That's it。
哎，我输定了，会不会
？Watch this。 That is how it's done.
太可恶了吧！这个撞不了。
I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
好。
Here. Well done.
呵，可以。
Here we go.
哎，完了，他太强了吧
There we go.
他太强了吧 ！Oh my god！等下，我 对哈，应该反过来，等这个过去之后。
Not exactly your typical lesson. Not that I mind.
Excellent control there.
哇，平手。不够大力，不够大
Very
力。
good, both of you. Well done.
输了。输惨了。
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
好，这家伙。
A tight game. It turns out we were
是吗？
evenly
你第一局
matched.
赢了。
Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier,
谢谢
I promise.
很高兴你理解，我自立自强，但是很高兴你理解哦，你理解。
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly,
这就是我的意思
I
啦
remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
哦，瓦嘎杜是瓦干达吗？
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me.
Wow.
This enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
为什么他讲得如此生动？完全感觉到
This
他
may
的
seem
诚
an
意
odd。question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
我长得很像
Mostly,
海
yes.
草，
But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I
我就
arrived
想
here.
说，我应该
Hardly
是要
anyone at Wagadu
中
uses
国
one.
绿啊。然后又觉得应该要像一个大法师，就选这个爆炸头，结果没想到就变海草了。大部分来说是的，然后其他上学，瓦嘎杜的学生几乎不使用魔杖，太了不起了 ，excellent。
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
谢谢你告诉我瓦嘎杜。
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
教授在后面
Until
脸很
next
臭。
time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
拽屁拽。
Well,
A
you'd be
word,
using it
if
on
you would.
clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it
You
won't
wanted
work
to
on
speak
humans.
with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? And what a close match between you and Miss Onai. Invigorating.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
哇哦！ 你好。
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
这有该不会有支线吧？我的天啊，这个好像是主线哦。哎，他说我传奇手套，哎，怎么看起来好像很厉害啊？哇，我果然是文盲，我果然是低能儿啊！不愧是低能儿。
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
我想用走的，哎，等下哦，不是，帮我指向一下我的那个吧，我的任务点啊，我不能走这个。
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
哇，这些人真的很给我自信哎，他真的满满的鸡汤哎。哦，这个太拽了，这太史莱哲林了！不要，我要当史莱哲林里面最奇特的。你这句话真暖心。
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
你可以的啦，你看起来那么厉害。跳一个，哎呦，可以爬东西吗？那有些地方不能爬哎，不是啊，大部分都不能爬啦。像这个就不能跳下去，不然我好想跳一下。看到这个就想摸一下，哎，它修好了欸。屁孩，每个都把它弄一下，真的很屁。
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1421.
我觉得用滑鼠比较
lovely
好控制镜头。哎，不对，走错路了。
One of them deserves more than a tea.
哇哦，对啊，漂亮哦。
I've always said that
变
travel
形学院
broadens the mind.
变形啊，来不及看清楚。低能，他在干嘛？嘿，你们干嘛？讲哦，是不是要分享一下？哎，给我讲清楚。哎，有一只猫又来，有叫。好，乖。哎，这里有一个，你踩一下。开始啊！
What about the room, Professor?
Wow.
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Wow.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
哦，他又想套我话，你怎么那么 ？No, no, Professor.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one.
What?
Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Whoa.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Sebastian 是谁啊？那哦，我打输他的那个撞球术，不要跟他坏人，他。No， 我要选塞巴斯蒂安，因为我对他没什么印象，我要跟他多认识一下。
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors.
What?
No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
好用。围巾。 抱歉哦，有点吵。是那个没有东西可以捡的吗？好吧。现在我有一个新的东西了。这个比较好看。哎，我怎么还这么丑啊？好啦好啦，这样也不是不行，也挺赞的。哎，无限魔力也太爽了。啊，对，我先存一个，等一下。昨天选完史莱哲林的记录，帮我传这个好了。
Ah, there you are.
我要继续玩吗？还是要睡觉了？可是我还没去火米村呢。要继续吗？我有点犹豫。想想哦，这样玩好像有点短，不过没关系啦，我觉得睡觉好了，不要玩太久，不要玩太久，慢慢玩。好啦，就这样啦，一天1个小时，差不多啦。好啦，明天再继续。好了，晚安，拜拜。